Okay, welcome to Free Association. My name's Dennis. It's the 6th of February now. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, just after about 10 past 3 it is. Lying awake, and I'm thinking about a conversation I'm having on Facebook at the moment. I posted a post a couple of days ago talking about charging the vaccinated and unvaccinated different fees. £50 for the unvaccinated and £200 for the vaccinated. And that's provoked a bit of controversy. My use of the word cure has provoked a little bit of controversy as well, which I was expecting, kind of. That's one of the reasons I use the word, because it's for people who are professionally trained, they're not allowed to use it. The only people who are allowed to use it are the medical profession, and generally speaking, they don't use it. So I use the word deliberately because I want to reclaim the word, and I'm using it in the context of Immunix, which is a religious cult, a religious organization, and I found it based in Florida, in the States. Obviously, it's a spiritual organization, so they're relying on God to do the work, which I am as well. But my belief is that we're all God. So we're doing the work ourselves, or the part of us that's God is doing the work, and there isn't actually any need to do any work to begin with, because God doesn't need healing. But the human part of us doesn't know that they're God, and therefore doesn't recognize that they don't need healing. So it's all a bit of a paradox, but I think what am I trying to get at? Oh, the vaccinated, unvaccinated thing. People are saying, or one particular woman is saying, that it might provoke fear if I'm charging different prices, which potentially it could in the human part of somebody, but not in the God part of them, because the God part of them is perfect, doesn't feel fear, doesn't have any fears. So, but we're dealing with humans, so I have to be a little bit careful about the language and the way I'm phrasing things. But if I make it clear that it's all about the individual client doing the work, it's not me doing the work, it's the aspect of God that's in them doing the work. So it's removing rubble is what this is all about, really. It's removing perceptions, removing misperceptions to get to the fact that it's all perfect, including me and you. However we are, we're all on the inside, on the aspect of us that's God is perfect, and the rest of it is just misperceptions. It's misunderstandings. So that's how Immunix sees the world. It's an old way of looking at it. It's very, very Platonic, which is why I say it's about clearing the rubble, or clearing away things that are getting in the way of reality, real perception of reality, which is always going to be a fear of disease, fear of death, fear of everything. It gets in the way. So if me using two different levels of charges brings up people's fear, or reveals people's fear, it's because it's coming up to be transformed, to be transmuted, to be healed. So I don't have any problem with people being fearful if they actually talk to me and they understand what it is that I'm doing. It's a deliberate attempt to provoke some fear to come up, to be cleared, so you can let go of it. If you don't know it's there, then how are you going to be able to identify it to let go of it? It needs to be conscious to be able to let go of it. At least most of it does. Not everything does. So that's the conversation that I've been having on Facebook recently. It's an interesting one. I like to have this kind of conversation very much. It reassures me that people are actually reading my posts when they respond in the way that this particular woman has responded. It's not just a good reaction. She actually responded to what I wrote, and she's obviously thought about it before she put the keyboard in front of herself. So I appreciate that. I very much appreciate that, and I want to say thank you to all of the people in this group who are helping me develop my ideas and develop ways of expressing my ideas. All right, that's enough for now. Thanks for your time, and thanks for listening, and I'll see you again later.